Plex has announced a new feature that they are offering as a service to every single one of their members. And this time, you don't even need a Plex Pass to use it. Plex is awesome and everything, but if you really want to squeeze the most features out of your Plex media server, you can get a Plex Pass. Now, while there are many benefits to having a Plex Pass versus a free user account, my favorite one is getting early access to new features that Plex has not yet released to the general public. So if you're like me and you want to try out those new features, check out the description down below. Down there, you can either purchase a Plex Pass for yourself or a friend, and hey, if you don't have a free account, use my link as well. It helps me out. So check out the description down below to get your Plex Pass today. What's up YouTube, Jason here with Byte My Bits, and in today's video I want to talk about a huge update that Plex has released. I'm also going to touch base on some news about the plugins, so stay tuned for that. So in fear of me talking too much, let's jump right into Plex Web Shows. Now forewarning here, I don't actually have any real examples as far as my own usage, just because I don't have any pre-release app. But what I do have are some screenshots that I can show you as I tell you about it. If this turns out to be an awesome feature, I might make a follow-up video covering some of those options. So what is Plex Web Shows? Well, first of all, to get this, you will need to update your app, and it should work across the board on all of your devices. Once you update the app, you will be able to go to the bottom of the screen and you should see the option for Plex Web Shows, or just Web Shows. Now, like I said before, this does not require a Plex Pass. It's unlimited on-demand streaming, and you don't even need a server to do it. Now, Plex Web Shows are basically videos from independent creators, and they give examples, things like Epic Mealtime, ASAP Science, Household Hacker, etc. They cover a broad spectrum of different interests, including food, home and garden, science and tech, and pop culture. Now this is going to be kind of interesting because it's basically delivering, YouTube content creators or people of the like right to your Plex app without requiring any kind of server on your end. And it's all unlimited, so it's kind of like YouTube, basically. Now you add the Plex Web Shows to the podcast. I mean, you can kind of see how the Plex app itself is really trying to mold itself to be an all-in-one solution for your entertainment, which is actually kind of exciting. I want to see how all this pans out in the end. Heck, I might even try to get myself on the app. Who knows? Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see me a web show. So update your app, check out the web shows, but now let's move on to the previous update by Plex, where they are gutting Plex. They are just removing features left and right. They are destroying everything that you held holy and know about Plex. Okay, that's a little dramatic, and that's pretty much some of the stuff that's been sent to me, but they actually announced that they are removing the built-in ability to handle plugins. Now, when it comes to plugins, for me, I only use one plugin, and that's the Sub-Zero subtitle plugin. Now, this allowed me to automatically have subtitles on movies that I was playing, so it was super easy. I didn't have to worry about SRT files or downloading them myself, or really anything like that. It's just Sub-Zero just kind of handled everything. Now, I added this from the graphic user interface in Plex. It was super easy to do. I've had it ever since. It's been a long time, but really that's the only plugin that I use. And just like they said in the press release, most people don't even use plugins. I think they said like 2%. But thankfully Plex has a different option. They're coming up with a new update that's going to allow you to get automatic subtitles with everything you watch. So it'll be interesting to see if that works as efficient and or better than Sub-Zero did, because that would be the biggest thing that I would miss. Now, standalone applications like Totality, did I say that right, or PlexPy, I actually still use PlexPy, I just haven't uninstalled it. Things like that will still work because it's its own standalone application and it's something that normally gets manually installed. And on that note, when it comes to plugins, in the same press release, Plex did say that you could still manually install plugins. I don't know how that'll work. I'll probably have to look into that in a future video, but they said you could still technically do it. It just won't be available from the graphic user interface of Plex. But either way, we're gonna have to see how things unfold in the future. So the next topic is fixing sinks. Fixing syncing. Now, while I have personally not, been a witness to this bug, I do know some people say that, like their Android apps has issues syncing devices from the server to their Android phone or tablet. Again, I don't use an Android device, so I haven't seen that personally, but just like my last Jason Bites Back, someone brought it up, said they need to fix it. So there you are, they're fixing it. At least that's what they're saying. So that to me is a huge update, because if that was a feature that's not working, I think that is actually a very powerful feature that people might use all the time when they're traveling on the go and they don't want to use their data to stream stuff from their servers. So going in theme with this positive, negative, positive thing, let's go to the next piece of news that I actually wanted to talk about, and that is Plex Cloud. Now, I have silently been against Plex Cloud this entire time. I've never used it. I don't trust anybody else with my data. I don't want to send my data back and forth every time I want to add something or play something. I have never set it up, never used it, never been anywhere close to a Plex Cloud user, but it's probably for a good thing because, you know, if you do have it right now, it's gone. It's done. They're just going to cancel it. So sorry, but there's probably a lot of problems, a lot of unforeseen things that they didn't actually anticipate, and now they're going to cancel it. So if you want to read more on that, I will link all of these updates in the description down below for you to read more. I won't dive into too much detail. Basically, the gist of it is they're canceling it, so it doesn't work anymore. Sorry. But I am definitely excited to see how this Plex Web Shows thing is going to work out. I've only used podcast a few times, but if I do have Plex to handle also web shows from some of my favorite content creators that I can just watch from Plex, that might just, you know, make the Plex app opened up just a little bit more for me on my phone. But guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'll do my best, but most of the information I have are in the links down below. But if you do have anything that maybe the rest of the YouTube community here can help you out, post them in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like, and subscribe, and have yourself a great day.